The Nation of Yahweh presents The Unfolding Light. Today's call is brought to you by Builders of the Highway Foundation, Yahweh Education Center, Temple of Brothers and Sisters of Goodwill, and the University of Yahweh Neo Jazz School of Music. And now for your host, Dr. Lud Yisrael.
Boker Tov and Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to the Nations of Yahweh weekly teleconference, The Unfolding Light. I am your host, Dr. Lud, along with my co-host, Sister Tamar. Boker Tov, sister.
Boker Tov and Shabbat Shalom, family.
Well, praise Yahweh. It is a great day because Yahweh has made it. So rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day of the wrath of Yahweh on all the people who do not choose to be moral and righteous and ethical in all your dealings. Praise Yahweh. Today on Unfolding Light, we'll have Who is Yahweh by the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Directly after that, we'll have a keynote message from the Master Teacher, the founder of the Nation of Yahweh, the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh. And directly after that, we have the part where we all take part in unfolding the light, and we call it Power Talk. And now, I invite you all to stand and face the east with outstretched hands as we offer up a prayer to our Heavenly Father Yahweh. O Yahweh, God of our salvation, save us, gather us together, and deliver us from this heathen, so that we may give thanks to thy holy name and glory in thy praises. Blessed be the holy name of Yahweh and Yisrael forever. O Yahweh, let them be confounded that persecute us, but let not us be confounded. Let our enemies be dismayed, but let not us be dismayed. Bring upon our enemies the day of evil and destroy them with double destruction. O Yahweh, forgive our fathers for breaking your laws, and please forgive us for breaking your laws. Help us to never bring shame upon thy great name, nor reproach against thy works. For surely we have turned ourselves to thee, O Yahweh, trying to be upright. And as we confess our faults, please grant us protection against all of our faults. Cleanse us of our secret faults and guide us to the best of morals. For surely our prayers and our sacrifices, our lives and our deaths are all for thee, O Yahweh. Tefillah. Avenu Shabbat Shemayim, Yikadesh Shemeaka, Tabo Makuteaka, Yazeh Rezonka, Kim Bashemayim, Kain Ba'aretz, Elekem Kukenu, Tain Lanu Hayam, Uslat Lanu, All Kartienu, Kimo Sosol King, Gamanatnu, Lakotiem Lanu, Veal Tevienu, Lade Nisayam, King Kal Senu, Mihara, Kilaka, Hamamlaha, Veha Gibera, Veha Tefieret, Leolame, Olamim Sila. We thank thee, O Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our souls within us. So let everything that has breath praise Yahweh. And now, who is Yahweh? By the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. So who is Yahweh? Yahweh is a name that you should know because it's the duty of the Son of God to proclaim his Father's name. And here you have a whole bunch of people going to church, 400,000 churches, and they don't know the name of the Father. They say such silly things like, Father, God, help me. Both of them titles. Father is a title, God is a title. Who's going to answer to that? The purpose of the coming of the Son is to reveal the name of the Father. That's who he prayed to, our Father, and he called his name. He said, hallowed be, holy be thy name. How can it be holy to you and you don't know it? Interesting, isn't it? There are a lot more interesting questions than that about that situation. But when you begin to read your Bible, as I call this to your attention, you will discover from the Old Testament of Genesis all the way through Revelations, it's all about the name of the Father. It's all about his name. But somebody got you calling some other kind of name other than the Father's name. And you don't know his name. And unless you learn his name, then you're never going to move from poverty to riches. And if you don't come into the knowledge of his name. Haven't you ever wondered why it is that you have the same God, have the same churches, and the same names that white people have? I mean, have you noticed? You do. Our people have the same, right? Isn't it strange how God always answers white people's prayers? And black folks' prayers don't seem to be the same magnitude. You know, you say, well, oh, I get my prayers answered. Well, why don't you ever get answered to be the ruler? I mean, you know, my people are always on their knees in front of white people asking white people to let them be accepted. Why do you need to ask white people for acceptance? Why don't you just ask God? Doesn't your God have enough power to make you accepted? Why can't you be the people that everybody else wants to be among? Why are you always running after somebody else to be among them? What's wrong with your God? Why do you have to go around always on your knees with your hat in your hand begging for a job from white people? Why don't your God just give you some jobs? Oh, I have to ask you some serious questions because white people move from poverty to riches every day. Huh? They come from Russia. They come from Europe. They come from England. They come from all over the world with nothing on the ship. Come and get in your neighborhood. Come with a buggy and a basket and a wagon and push it around in your neighborhood and move from poverty to riches out of your pockets. You live in the neighborhood and stay poor and just pray all the time. You prayed enough to rule all the world. So who is Yahweh? Yahweh is the God of the Bible. He's the God of the Hebrews. In the beginning, Yahweh created the heavens and the earth. Yahweh is the man that beat up on Pharaoh. Y'all remember how he put plagues in Egypt? That was Yahweh did that. Yahweh is the one that when Pharaoh got real sassy, he drowned him in the Red Sea. That's Yahweh who did it. Yahweh is the man that when Daniel refused to bow down to another nation and quit facing the east and praying, when he refused to stop praying to his God, which was Yahweh, they said, well, we're going to put you in the lion's den and starve them. Threw him in the lion's den. Yahweh locked the jaws of the lion. Lions could do him no harm. Rulers got scared. Came and got Daniel out and made him a ruler. Right? I just want you to know who Yahweh is. He made the sun, the moon, the stars, all what you see and haven't seen. Okay. So who is Yahweh ben Yahweh? I am his son. I am his son. That's who I am. I am the son of Yahweh. I don't care who else is the son or who else they are. It makes me no difference. I'm not here tonight concerning myself with who is the son of who. I'm the son of Yahweh. I have to tell you who I am. Yahweh is my father. I am his son. What makes me his son? What makes me Yahweh's son is I do not have a will outside of his. I have no thoughts, no ideas, and no program outside of Yahweh. You'll find that all that I ever do, all that I've ever done, and all that I'm ever going to do is found right in the Bible, and it's traced right to his will. No exception. I take no credit for all that I have built. It's all in his name. Yuhei-Wafe. That's one of the things that make me his son. Also, I have no difference in his word. I only speak his words. Even the words I've spoken to you thus far, the principles of those words are all in the Bible. Every single one of them is found in the Bible. No exceptions. So I walk as he says walk. I talk as he says talk. I act as he says act. I do whatever he says do. I have no idea of doing it any other way. Those are the things that makes me his son. I obey his laws, his statutes, his judgments, his commandments. That's why I'm successful. He said in his holy word that if I obey his laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments, that he would make everything, all the works of my hand would prosper. So all the works of my hands, it's prospering. I'm telling you why. Now, what about you? You might say, well, if you're the son of Yahweh, can I be? Of course you can. Of course you can be the sons of Yahweh. Every one of you can be. Every one of you can be the daughters of Yahweh. All you have to do is like I do. Obey his will, just like I do. You automatically become. You believe on his name, then you have eternal life. There's no other name under heaven that you can be saved in other than God who created it. You can't be saved in no name but the name of the one who created everything. And he gave his son a name higher than all the angels in heaven. What's the name higher than all the names that the angels could possibly have? The Father's name. There can be no name higher than the Creator's. So the son has to come in his father's name. Just like if your name is Davis, then your father was named Davis. If your name is Smith, your father's name was Smith. My name is Yahweh, so my father's name is Yahweh. That's logical.
Know and rest your mind assured. Our eyes have seen his works before. And until my last days, 'tis Yahweh I will praise. Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. I certainly like to thank the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh for teaching us who is Yahweh and for coming to us as the Son of Yahweh, the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh. And now a brief bio on the Master Teacher, the founder of the Nation of Yahweh, the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Yahweh Ben Yahweh came to Miami, Florida alone in 1979 to become the spiritual leader and founder of the Nation of Yahweh. Although he took a vow of poverty that same year, within 7 years, he guided the nation and those who followed his teachings and principles to amass an economic empire in the greater Miami area and throughout the United States worth over $250 million. Under his direction, the Nation of Yahweh has grown to encompass disciples, followers, believers, and supporters in thousands of cities across the United States of America and indeed throughout the four corners of the earth. The University of Yahweh, for which he has established the curriculum and for which he has received great acclaim in educational excellence, currently has locations across the United States. The moral teachings of Yahweh Ben Yahweh is bringing about a change in the lives of individuals and causing them to take a different approach to life. This approach is based on the scripture which reads, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." Yahweh Ben Yahweh continues to give. That which he is given cannot be measured in monetary wealth. Yahweh Ben Yahweh is giving the world the keys to success in life politically, educationally, economically, socially, and spiritually. And now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Grand Master of the Celestial Lodge, the architect of the universe, the blessed and only potentate, the founder of the Nation of Yahweh. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Remember that this is the morning of the third day, and I shall rise again. I am the resurrection. All of prophecy tells you that I shall rise again. It's all about that. Luke chapter 2, verse 34. No doubt about it. Again, I love you forever, bless you forever. I remind you once again, my associates are children of the light. That just brings laughter to my heart, to my soul, to realize that at last I have those of you that love peace. And I only want to be in the presence of those of you that love peace. I love you forever. Shalom Aleichem.
Now that may sound strange, and it certainly looks strange when you consider this people constitute the so-called blacks of America. And when you look at the condition of the so-called black man of America, you see right away that how could anyone be blessed of them? Let's look at Genesis 12:2. The Feast of Tabernacles is to let you know you are blessed and how blessed you are. Read.
And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing.
I'm the one speaking. You're looking at the one speaking in this verse. You're hearing the I speaking. The I in this verse is speaking to you. Now, Yahweh didn't tell white people, go to America and I'll make you the rulers of the world. Yahweh didn't tell white people, go to America and I'll make your name great. They told themselves. They got together and told themselves that. And knew and found out there were Indians here, so they had to subdue the owners of this land before they could take control of it. And white people didn't say, we can't do it. They conspired together. That's obvious. They conspired together in secret council. And on the one hand, they pretended to be the Indians' friend. And by the time he became conscious of him having a forked tongue, he was subdued. By the time the Indian made up his mind that he needed to fight, it was too late to fight. Because there were already too many white folks here with guns against bows and arrows. They came in with a conspiracy of a superior position. So by conspiracy, one group of white folk pretended to be the friend, and some other white folk killed some Indians. And then one set of white folks said, see, that's just a bad white man, but don't y'all bother him, turn him over to us. Y'all can't try him, only we can try him. Turn him over to us. The white man's law will govern the white man. So they brought him over, charged him, sent the Indians home, sent him over to another section to kill some Indians over somewhere else. One group played good while the other group was bad. So every Indian knew some good white folks. There wasn't an Indian that didn't know some good white people. I don't know who took that country from them, but must have been some bad white folks somewhere, because trying to figure out where they were, because all the Indians knew was good folk. Kind of reminds me of black people in America. Every black man in America knows good white folks. There's not a black one yet that doesn't have some good, that don't know them. I've been trying to figure out where the bad ones are. My subject point here is that they came to America with a plan to take America from the Indian, and they did it. And they came back to Africa on the West Coast where we had been banished as Hebrews and living in exile, and ran another game now. They came among us saying, Shalom Aleichem. Said, we go into a new world where you can make 1,000,000 times more money than you can over here. We were gullible, got right on the ship. We marched on the ship. It was only in the last years that they took you by force. Them niggas just got on the ship going to get rich in the new world. They got you out in the middle of the sea where you couldn't swim. They locked the hatch on you. Overpowered you with guns. You didn't have any. You were promised gold. And you've been here 434 years without a plan. But white people worked their plan and took America and caused the world to send their children to her to be educated. And we even turn our children over to them to be educated. And after we get an education, we come out looking for a job from the people that educated us to look for a job. And they continue in their rulership. And God didn't ordain them to rule the world forever. Yet they have ruled the world. They're losing it. You notice? Anybody notice that white America is losing her rulership around the world?
Of you I exist.
Wow. Praise Yahweh. What more can I say? When you listen to a message like that, that is the most powerful information that we need to understand. And we don't talk a lot about it in Power Talk, but wow. Just consider that. It's truly up to us. We're going to do what Yahweh created and raised us up to do, or we're going to be subject. Whew. Praise Yahweh. But before we get to that, we do have a word from our sponsors, and of course, a word from Sister Tamar with the happenings. It's going around our nation. Praise Yahweh.
One, two, ready, go.
The Neo Jazz Collective, it's a way for young people to have an opportunity to show their creativity, exhibit their talents, and then perform in spaces that are moral, ethical, and learn how to turn their music into a business. We also offer programs where they learn how to protect their intellectual property when they create music and how to monetize their performances.
Was it fun?
I'm gonna start practicing and learning my new things.
YahwehRadio.com. YahwehRadio.com.
That keeps his mind stayed on Yahweh shall have perfect peace.
YahwehRadio.com.
Please remember
YahwehRadio.com.
men might say, I'm gonna love your way anyway. My heart is fixed and my mind's made up, and I won't turn back.
YahwehRadio.com.
Hey, shalom and blessing, y'all. This is Author Jeremiah Israel coming to you live. Listen, I'm so excited because my ebook version of The Spiritual Significance of a Name is now available. You can go to my website today at www.jeremiahisrael.com. Now, this ebook is pretty much available anywhere and everywhere that ebook is sold. I'm so excited about that because, see, ebooks are sold internationally, but I would like for you to go to my website at www.jeremiahisrael.com, pick up your copy, or you can go ahead and download the ebook version of it. Whether you're on a plane, whether you're traveling, whatever you're doing, pick up this copy. It's only $4.99. It's not going to break your pockets and not going, break the bank. So go ahead and get the copy of this ebook now, today, $4.99. Go to jeremiahisrael.com and truly become blessed, because it will truly put you on a path to defining your true purpose. Until next time, peace and prosperity.
Well, praise Yahweh. The Nation of Yahweh and Builders of the Highway Foundation invites our family in the Miami area to visit the Yahweh Education Center, located at 1065 Northwest 108th Street, Miami, Florida. Shabbat classes are held the first, third, and first Saturdays of the month, so please visit the Yahweh Education Center, Miami. We also have fellowship and fundraising activities, and we make announcements on those right here on the Unfolding Light. So visit us at 1065 Northwest 108th Street, Miami, Florida. The Nation of Yahweh invites our family in the Riviera Beach, Florida area to join us for a study class every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, till 7:45 p.m. If you're interested in attending, please reach out to our family in the Riviera Beach, Florida area at area code 561-719-9527. That's 561-719-9527. The Nation of Yahweh is excited to announce our health seminars this weekend. Join us every Saturday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Pacific. Join us on Saturdays for Being and Becoming Healthy, Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the prescription for eternal life. And the dial-in number for that teleconference is area code 732-434-3669. Again, that's 732-434-3669. Then join us on Sunday for Being and Becoming Clean, Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the prescription for eternal life. The dial-in number for Sunday is area code 339-207-6011. Again, that's 339-207-6011. As you see, the Neo Jazz School of Music is excited about all of our works, and we're extremely excited to share about the development of the property located at 1701 St. Anthony in New Orleans into the Yahweh Life Center. Here we will continue those works that we saw in our commercials today, where we'll be offering music lessons to our youth of the community, but we'll also be endeavoring to do much greater works by touching the lives of families across our nation, providing education in music, cooperative development, business and support services, and much, much more here at the Yahweh Life Center. And these works are supported by your constant support of YahwehRadio.com. That's YahwehRadio.com. Yahweh Radio, one word together, .com. And so please continue supporting Yahweh Radio, and it will also support the development of Yahweh Life Center. And we also invite you to donate directly to the Neo Jazz School of Music at neojazz.org. That's neojazz.org. And praise Yahweh family, we want to invite you to Live Talk. Brother Jeremiah Yisrael is the author of The Spiritual Significance of a Name and is also the host of the weekly teleconference Live Talk, held at 2 p.m. every Saturday Eastern Standard Time. And you can find out more about Live Talk on JeremiahYisrael.com. Of course, the website was shared earlier, but it was JeremiahYisrael.com. The Nation of Yahweh Publishing is on the move. We are excited that we'll be coming up with some updates to our Nation of Yahweh publishing and merchandise. So we're really excited about those things to come. But right now, we need your continued support of things that we do have. We have the Nation of Yahweh polo shirts, How to Study the Bible 2.0, Our True History, the World's Best Kept Secret, How to Overcome the World, and of course, The Spiritual Significance of a Name. Visit thenationofyahweh.com. That's the nation of YHWH.com for supporting the publishing efforts and much more, keeping up with what's going on around our nation. You can also visit us at theunfoldinglight.com and at YahwehBenYahweh.biz. We are also on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. and we invite you to email us with any of your comments, questions, or concerns at info, that's INFO, at the nationofyhwh.com. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. There's a lot of going on in the world.
Yes, sir. And I do believe there is a gathering that's taking place in Riviera Beach, and I am looking for the details. But I believe there's going to be a fellowship on the 27th of this month.
Well, maybe one of our families down there can clarify that today on the call by the end of the call.
Yes, sir. Yes,
absolutely.
Sir.
Praise Yahweh. All right. Well, family, there's a lot going on, and rightly so. Yahweh has ordained a lot to be going on. And as we begin to analyze and unfold this message, you know, Yahweh Ben Yahweh gave us the scripture, Genesis chapter 12, verse 2. I'll start out with verse 1 and 2. Now, Yahweh has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thee thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. When you think about the prophecies of what Yahweh gave to Abraham and what Yahweh told to the generations that subsequently came behind Abraham, is that Yahweh had a plan for us, and he have a purpose for us, and he has a position for us that will bless the whole world. When we ascend to that position, the whole world will be blessed. Now, Sister Tamar, you can testify, and I'm sure everybody listening can testify. The world right now is not blessed. The world right now is in utter chaos and turmoil and utter confusion and disillusion. And we know that Yahweh is not the author of confusion. So when you think about it and you break it down, why is the world so confused? Well, that's simple. We can look at, Revelation, I think it's 12:9, when the scripture tells us about Satan, that great dragon known as Satan, and the devil, called the devil, was cast out of heaven, and his angels was cast out too. And they deceived the whole world. We know about Mark of the Beast. If you don't do what the devil wants you to do, you can neither buy nor sell. You can't participate in his society. But we're taught in the scriptures also that if you take the mark of the beast to participate in his society, you're doomed to the hell that he puts down, a totalitarian system of forcing you to do whatever he wants you to do, whenever he wants you to do, with the threat of kicking you out of his system. But now, the glory of this is, my people, it is time to fight. It is time to kill. It is time to destroy. But this ain't on a physical level. See, what you have to destroy is the devil's influence over your mind. This is all a mental fight within your head, within your intellect, within your mind. The fight to destroy the devil is to destroy his influence over your mind. When he says something and you believe it, he's influencing you. To destroy that, you must sever that tie. When he says something, you got a 2 Timothy 2:15 and prove him now herewith with logic and information, and not believing in his lies and innuendos. So when you're talking about destroying him, this is the war of Armageddon, which takes place in your mind. Are we going to let the devil influence us? Now think about this system that we're up under. We had no hand in building or creating this country, this system, the systems of America. None of this, we built the physical structure of America, but we had no hand in building the political or the psychological, the educational, none of the structures of America, none of the housing and urban development, none of that. We had no hand in creating all of those things. But yet here we are, 2021, we're totally subjected to those things. And why are we totally subjected to those things? Family, you'll be amazed to know why. Because you choose to be subjected to those things. You can choose to create your own systems in your own society. You can choose to cooperate with each other and bypass the middleman, as they call it, and his systems and set up your own systems. Now, Sister Tamaya, you're a co-op expert, development expert. What am I talking about here?
Well,
break me down for a second.
I won't break you down, brother. I want to lift you up.
Well, break down.
Yahweh has chosen so many things to come out of your comments today. And I want to get there too. I want to get to the idea of having a plan, because the matter that you're speaking of, Yahweh ben Yahweh spoke of it in today's message, is that he identified to us how the enemy of Yahweh has put together and co-conspired and created a plan that was a conspiracy of a superior position. Now, what you were just speaking of is really interesting, because when you look at in Genesis chapter 12, verse 2, and I will make of thee a great nation. Well, when you dive deeper into the word great and understanding that we are a nation, we've identified the fact that we are a nation. We've identified our oneness. We've identified our unity through our knowledge of our God, Yahweh, and through the teachings of the most honorable Yahweh ben Yahweh. But when we look at the matter of understanding what greatness means, let's look at that word, because you were talking about how we have not been great. Someone has created a conspiracy of a superior position, meaning that they are the majority, right?
Which is a lie.
The ideas of the majority, the ideas of the ruling class or the superior class, classism.
That's also that they are the authority.
The authority. So when we look at this word greatness, and this is a blessing. And again, this is not even about the skin color game.
Not at all.
Because it's a fact of family heritage. Let's start there.
Absolutely.
Yahweh has connected us together as his children. And to be the child, the offspring of Yahweh, there is a characteristic that there are characteristics that we must take on. Well, we're going to get back to that. But in this word great, if you look at the Hebrew word from Genesis chapter 12, verse 2, we break these words down and we get to the etymological source of where the word comes from. Its original form in the scriptures were written in Hebrew. So we want to go back to the intention of the actual written word.
Absolutely.
So in that, you go to the Hebrew lexicon and find that word, which is reference number Hebrews 1431, which is gadol. Gadol, and it means great, large in magnitude and extent, large in intensity, great in importance of important things. Great as in distinguished as of men, great as in Yahweh himself. Now we're talking about the characteristics of Yahweh now. How do we identify ourselves as the children of Yahweh? Well, Yahweh ben Yahweh came and given us a perfect moral example of the characteristics.
Mhm.
He came giving us the 28 moral behavior attributes. He gave us the understanding of our nationality. He gave us the understanding of our unity, our identity. When once before our identity shifted over generations.
He also gave us the conclusion of why we're here and the whole duty of man. Go ahead.
And additionally, he gave us ways of conducting ourselves and going about and obtaining our freedom. Now, back to what you were alluding to earlier, the nationhoodness. He gave us a sense of our nationality, which means we had to spiritually connect with one another. We had to economically connect with one another, socially, politically,
and economically.
Exactly.
Above all. Spiritually
and
educationally, economically, the 5 power structures.
Those 5 power structures. So that said, those 5 power structures are the mechanisms that make up a nation. So when we talk about organizing and orchestrating a plan for our freedom, we need to be considering the fact that we need infrastructure in all those 5 power structures to allow us to manage, self-sustain, and have autonomy of what happens over our lives, our independence from someone else's control.
Well, and that is the just of what I'm saying. The systems that I set up right now are designed to oppress you and to keep you away from Yahweh. And you voluntarily adhere to these systems. You voluntarily adhere to these systems. You don't challenge these systems. You know, you say that's how it is, and you know, you have to do what they tell you to do. And of course, if your mind tells you that, then that's the reality for you. But when your mind tells you that you are sovereign and you belong to Yahweh and that you're able to set up your own systems, but you got to be willing to disconnect from him and his systems.
It's called willing to make a sacrifice.
You got to be willing to make a sacrifice.
You know, in our feasts.
Come out of the master's house or your master's house, the slave driver's house, and build your own house. The feast.
In our feast, you know, we are commanded to make an offering unto Yahweh. And that offering is a sign of your commitment to him. And what we've gotten accustomed to in our way of going about in this world is we have to have using our feast as a mechanism to make these offerings unto Yahweh.
Using our gathering. Well, we did it before. We sacrificed for 40 years wandering around the wilderness when we left Egypt. Right now, as we spiritually leave America, it has been 40 years since we've awakened and has understood our mission is to leave America spiritually and mentally and build the kingdom of Yahweh, the kingdom of heaven on earth through righteous behavior. And all we have to do is cooperate with each other. And because we have the blessings of Yahweh and not the blessings of anybody else, we'll be successful. But we have to take that step. Yahweh do not make you do anything. He commands you, and then he gives the choice to you. Choose you this day. Who you gonna serve? Now, Yahweh can protect us, can provide for us, can feed us. He feeds every animal on this planet every day without missing a day. You know, those who eat every day, of course. But the point is that we have bought that mindset of deception that without these evil systems of government, we can't exist. We can't live. We'll die. That's kind of extreme. We know we won't die.
We won't die. As a matter of fact, a great deal of what's in place, great deal of what's in place was built and brought about from brain trust of us. It was pulled from our minds and put into active active pursuit of our own wealth, active pursuit of our consumption, active pursuit of our just commitment to whatever's out there. So we have the ability to do what it takes to create it. And we don't have to live in what a lot of people consider when we talk about rebuilding and reconstructing. Doesn't mean we have to go completely without all of the amenities, right?
Absolutely. Well, for a short time, we may have to.
When we talk about sacrificing amenities, we talk about sacrificing things that we're accustomed to for a period so we can achieve a goal.
Right.
We work collectively to fulfill that goal, then we have pulled ourselves up a notch. So it's a process. It's an active, ongoing process.
And we're not talking about sacrificing, well, this whole 2-3 years, I'm going to be without any clothes. No, we're not talking about sacrifice.
Wearing sackcloth.
But we're talking about sacrificing, maybe buying new clothes and wearing the clothes that you have for the next 2-3 years and pooling your resources to build a system of creating and producing clothes for not only you, but all of us.
Sacrificing time to learn and take on and gain new skills.
Absolutely.
Sacrifice the money you would spend on a Starbucks and put that aside so that we can pool our resources for an education fund.
Well, and speaking of that, we want to briefly, before we open up the call for our Power Talk family to join our conversation, we want to briefly talk about our fundraising efforts, because we are in the midst of a major national campaign to build an institute to teach us how to build a nation. The Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh came and gave us principles, and he gave us instructions. He gave us Yahweh. He gave us his law, statute, judgments, and commandments. And he told us that it's our destiny to be the ruler of the world. And y'all know I always like to explain what the ruler is. Ruler is not some dictator, totalitarianism, Hitler, or Mussolini, some person who just tells you what to do. A ruler demonstrates his morality and righteousness, and the rest of the people, they use that as a guide of how to be righteous. And the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh did that. He ruled over us through his morality and righteousness and his perfection. And we all seek to be on the same level of morality and righteousness. That's why he's our ruler. And for us to be the ruler of the world, we have to demonstrate that righteous behavior. And we have to come together and learn exactly what the Most Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh taught us about nation building, about business, about administration, and so many other things as it relates to nation. Most people see a building, but they don't know how that building is built. They don't know what's the first thing you do when you build a building, because they're not builders. And that's fine. And that goes for every
industry.
Right. That if I'm not a part of that industry, I don't know how it's built. I don't know the first thing about putting together this or that. Well, as it relates to a nation, the first thing you need to understand is what is necessary for our nation's economy or our nation to survive and to thrive. And the first thing is always knowledge.
We got to gain that knowledge.
We always got to gain the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding. And then the second thing is to do. So first thing is the knowledge. So the second part of our fundraising efforts was to build
a nation building institute.
A nation building institute that teaches that knowledge to our nation.
And these efforts continue from our past Feast of Tabernacles.
Absolutely.
And we're going to continue to share how and where to make these donations. We do have a caller who wants to join us on Power Talk.
We hadn't even opened up the call, but it's okay.
We about to open this call.
Somebody is opening up for us.
Praise Yahweh. Call
Praise
with
Yahweh.
your hand raised. And if you can unmute yourself, you are now live on Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Is that me?
That's you. And thank you for opening our call up.
All right. Shabbat Shalom. Boker Tov. Praise Yahweh. So glad to be here. This is Sister Caddy Athalia from Miami, Florida. On my way to work, oh Lord Yahweh. I can't wait when our nation is a fully fledged independent nation within this nation. And I my imagination is just booming and bursting because Yahweh said, once we come into who we are only limited by our imagination.
Yes, absolutely.
And thinking about how we built up this country, and just the amazing wonders. There are some wonders that were created here by us, and it will be for us. And just going back to what you were saying about doing without some of those amenities, when we're functioning, because there's so much talent in Israel, I think people will be running to us for the luxuries and the amenities that they're used to having, because we'll have them. Yahweh Ben Yahweh had us at a point, just so we could see just a little bit of what we're capable of, just a tiny handful of us, when our nation had all those buildings and companies and businesses. It's going to be that times a million when we come together. And while Satan's kingdom is falling down, ours is going to be rising up. And I see it, I can envision it, I want it, and I just cannot wait for it. And we are definitely on the track and on the road there. Just us hosting and attending the unfolding light, on Saturday mornings, that's a step in us walking towards our goals as a nation. So Toda, praise Yahweh, and I am fully on board and excited. So praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
It's important that she mentioned that we have, our own things, like unfolding light, that we come together on a Shabbat morning to unfold some light of our Father Yahweh.
Yes, sir.
As taught to us by.
And I'm
His
excited
Son.
too. I'm just as excited as she is.
Too.
I have those same visions. I see it.
Well, when you think about some of the things that's going on nationally all over, just like, for example, Yahweh Radio, we have a radio station that plays Yahweh music 24 hours a day, plays Yahweh Ben Yahweh messages, and there's a whole lot of things that's on the, being building for our national station. So we do have another caller.
We do have another caller with their hand raised. I am asking this caller to unmute themselves right now. Caller with your hand raised and hopefully line unmuted. You are now live on Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
And if you raise your hand, that would be you.
Shalom, family.
Shalom, brother. Praise Yahweh.
Shabbat Shalom.
Praise Yahweh. Certainly, it's been an exciting call this morning. Yesterday, just from an observation standpoint, I'm here in San Antonio. And I went to.
And brother, we getting some background noise from you.
I am so sorry. I got an earpiece on. I'm going to try to just put my.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yahweh. I was saying I'm in San Antonio, and I had the opportunity to visit the Alamo. And certainly there's a lot of write-up about how there was a power struggle between the Spanish and America in reference to how America took Texas. But I looked at some of the architecture, the buildings, because see, they brought some Africans here from the Canary Islands, and they don't speak much about the contributions that the architects and the builders did. Matter of fact, they only contribute one African. His name was John. They only may give him a last name as being a hero of the Alamo. Of course, those people, they rallied behind their monuments and achievements in building this country. And certainly they speak a little bit and little, about what we did, as being slaves here in this country and building these structures that they resided in. But see, Yahweh's building us up now to regain that knowledge that we had, you see, because that knowledge was lost. But now to the nation of Yahweh, we have an opportunity, family, to come together and to build something that's going to be built forever. And certainly, I just kind of want to add that piece because, you know, we're on the right track, family. We just need to embrace Yahweh and Yahweh and Yahweh's knowledge. And certainly, we'll get there. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. That is very powerful because when you look at these monuments across the country where they give all kinds of glory and honor to men that was at the structure, they don't even give the honor to the man who built the structure and the foundation of it,
let alone the true heroes.
or the true heroes of the structure. Praise Yahweh.
And we do have another caller with your line unmuted. You are now live on Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Praise Yahweh. How's everyone this morning?
We doing wonderful, brother.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
Yahweh.
It's just a wonderful conversation. And just a sidebar, because I heard you say it, it's like with the architects and the builders, with America stands as a beacon to the world, the White House. But you know, our people of color, we built the White House. We were the architects, we were the designers, and we were the builders of the White House. So there's nothing that we can't do. There was nothing we couldn't do then, nothing we can't do now. And it's exciting when we hear our young people, like our first caller who came on. See, we have youth in our nation, yet when I hear the love, but I also hear the pain of having to go to work, it won't be long when those young people will be going to work and administering to the nation of Yahweh in our business. See, they'll be able to go to work happy because not only will they be taking care of themselves, but they'll be taking care of our nation and the path that we're moving forward. Like I heard the comment about putting that aside from Starbucks. It's simple. It seems complex, but it's simple. Yahweh ben Yahweh says it all the time. Every other nation comes to this country and they get rich out of our pocket, and we stay poor and pray all the time. Our wealth is in our own pocket. All we need to do is manage the resources that we have. Is stop giving all of our money to all of these other people. That's what that sacrifice means.
Yes, sir.
When I was a coffee drinker, I loved coffee. But you know what? If I want to build my nation, I'll make it at home. And it's in that $9 for that, whatever they latte that you get from Starbucks, where you can buy your coffee and make it for less than 50 cents at home. Put that $10 aside a week. That's just for the Starbucks. The shoe, okay, I was finna go buy a brand new pair of Nikes. Nope, the ones I have are fine. I'm gonna put $10 aside for building my own nation, my own future. Just like we did at this Feast of Tabernacles. It was beautiful to see everyone say, you know what, as much as we love one another, we can still keep the feast, but then bless ourselves by taking all of our money and putting it into our nation, because now we have a micro grant program that's going to be rolling out. It's in the process, so we can have people within our nation take that money and begin to build for themselves. The only thing that we need is Yahweh and ourselves. When we look to other people, we're going to always lose. We can't do the same thing and expect a different result. Absolutely. We need Yahweh and we need ourselves. And the only person keeping us in slavery is when we reach to our pocket. If anyone of my class about debt and giving away your wealth, we do it voluntarily because we have been conditioned to do it. But when we change our conditioning and say, you know what? No, my history in my pocket, I'm putting this back into my nation, put it into the nation. And when we do that collectively, there is nothing on the planet that can stop us. That's exactly what I did. That's why people traveled all across. Black people were not allowed, and I'm getting excited because we weren't allowed on Miami Beach. If you want a gardener, or if you want a maid, or if you want cleaning somebody's house, you are not allowed on Miami Beach. You'd be locked up, you'd be arrested, you could be hung. That's the reality. Yahweh ben Yahweh bought that beach and then let people from all across the world come, and he served them. He was a servant to them, and they gave him gave them his wealth, and he used it to build our nation. But it's about pooling our resources, sacrificing, and putting it together as one, as we're doing now. And I'm so excited that we can see this and hear this on the Unfolding Light, which is broadcasted throughout the world. But praise Yahweh. I'm going to stop right there.
Praise Yahweh. You got us excited too. We were doing flips in the studio.
I know, and it's like the words trying to come out, but we got another caller, so we gonna let our call. We got two callers. Okay, so call.
Well, I had my hand raised, but I yield.
and I got Sister Kagith in the chat just blowing it up. She is on point. We have a caller with your line unmuted. You are now live on Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk, even though I was next.
Little salty, huh?
Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh ben Yahweh, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh ben Yahweh, who is Yahweh in the flesh as the Son. Sister Zabia Adalia Israel, calling in from Holiday, Florida, renamed Holiday, Florida, because of course you have Yahweh in the house and we have to make it holy. Praise Yahweh. It's incredible how my daughter Kagita Dahlia seems to always connect and key into the same things I do, because when Sister Tamar mentioned sacrificing and giving up those amenities, you know, it really caught my attention, because our Father taught us that in the Messiah of Genesis, that gods, we must do things in moderation. So, you know, that's really significant and important, because that's a big thing that's been holding us back. So I just wanted to give a complimentary scripture to that. And it's in the book of Galatians, chapter 5, and start at verse 22 through about 26. Again, that's Galatians 5, 22 through 26. And it reads, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Yahweh ben Yahweh's have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another." And the book of Psalms chapter 37 tell us not to fret and worry about what they have. He said, because it shall wither like the grass. It belongs to us. It belongs to us. Our Father has promised us much, but he said that we must seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Yahweh. So we have to build it up. Our Father was a builder, and taking on his name, and, you know, Beth and Ben, it means to build. Mm-hmm. So we have to continue with the good works of Yahweh. Mm-hmm. And as Brother Samuel said, for our youngsters, you know, no worries. We got it coming. And with your help, our youngsters' help, and us working together and for the same purpose, and that's to build the kingdom of Yahweh, it's already done. It's already in the ether, and our Father is going to bless us to get it done. And we are getting it done. Praise Yahweh ben Yahweh. I love you both much, Sister Tamar and Brother Lude. And I love you much, family. And everybody have a blessed Shabbat. Praise Yahweh ben Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
And we had another caller.
We got another caller. We'll let the next caller, because they getting in early so they can
get it in. And this is some exciting information being shared.
Yes, ma'am. Praise Yahweh for this information.
Caller with your line unmuted. You are now live on Power Talk.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Shalom, shalom. This is Yahweh Hashem.
Brother Yahweh Hashem, Sister Yochebed was right before you, okay?
My bad. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Oh, praise Yahweh ben Yahweh. Total family for giving me this moment. This is Sister Yochebed Sarah Yisrael Bath Yahweh. And family, I praise Yahweh, and I praise Yahweh ben Yahweh with my all. And this is the key for all of us to move forward in this world, family. I have, let's see, a couple of scriptures. I just want us to read Genesis 12:2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. This is what Yahweh said today when we were listening to him. This is going to happen. But family, let me tell you something. One of the keys to letting this happen is the fact that what Yahweh said, he said the white man had a plan. And number two, he also said that he told everyone else that I have a government and I will take care of my lawless. Just send my lawless to me. You cannot govern over one of mine. See, in order to do that, you have power. Because first of all, you're able to stop any other nation from interfering with your own. That is a stance of power where they understand you touch mine, you're going to have to deal with everybody. You're going to have to deal with my law that I've established. See, there's a difference between just saying that, oh, that's not right, you shouldn't do that, and demanding and making a change. Like if you see, you know how when you were little, somebody messed with your brother, your sister, oh no, he did what? Oh no, they're going to have to deal with that. See, that's the difference. Us as a people, we have to have the love of each other in order to make ourselves defend and protect each other. Once that love is established, we will be great. Yahweh said, without charity, we're nothing. Once we realize that I will not let another Hebrew Israelite brother or sister fall, then you will see that Yahweh will lift us up to the heights, but we cannot let anyone fall. They are Yahweh's children. We are the head, and we must protect the body. So those that believe and trust and know and honor Yahweh, they are our body. So also Matthew 6:33 says, but seek ye first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Family, when you have a plan, we know what we have to build and we know how we have to start. Just like Dr. Luz said, we have to start with education. Our future is dependent on us being able to move them forward, to teach them about how to govern and how to be a part of the government of Yahweh, and how to deliver the law to the nations. See, the nations have to follow the law as we lead. So these are the keys to be able to build that kingdom, and we will never fall once we follow these particular keys. Praise Yahweh, family. We have to govern and allow the nations to know that we govern our own. Praise Yahweh, family. Thank you for letting me share.
Praise Yahweh.
I thank Yahweh for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding coming from our family today. And we had Brother
Yahweh
Hashem hanging on, waiting. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Shalom. Welcome to Power Talk.
Yeah, I was picking back on what these previous sisters were saying, especially the sister previously before Yoga came on, and it got me pondering, saying that, you know, how Yahweh said that, you know, not to fret on what other nations are doing, and that's what's really wrong with our brothers and sisters today. We always trying to say, oh, the white people are doing it, so we can do it too. It's like, I always tell them, so if they tell you to jump off a bridge, you gonna do it too? You know, and I asked them that, like, you know, stop worrying about what they're doing and do your own thing. And in order to become a leader, you have to start your own trend. You have to start your own path. But you also got to take responsibility for that. Because the more power you have, the more responsibility you have to obtain. And if Yahweh give you that power to obtain that, but you have to also be manageable for that and also be responsible for that. So that's what's wrong with us today, is that we get mad over simple things that we can't control, and we tend to focus on what they're doing instead of worrying about what we need to do, and that's, focus on our purpose. And that's the bad part. And I'm glad that our brothers and sisters are really, we're on the same wavelength here, and I'm glad that I totally concur with you guys. And praise Yahweh, and praise Yahweh ben Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. It's so succinct and direct what our brother just articulated. Praise Yahweh for giving him that wisdom. It's not, we shouldn't focus on the things that we have no control over, but we don't focus on the things that we do have control over, namely ourselves. Namely, we have control over Starbucks. We don't have to spend a $10 cup of coffee. Like Brother Samuel was saying, we have control over McDonald's. We don't have to eat that garbage.
I was faced with that very crisis yesterday morning. I didn't have what I needed for my coffee. And you know what? I just got on my bike and I rode over to the grocery store. I was near
right next to Starbucks. Starbucks didn't get your bucks yesterday.
Star did not get my bucks yesterday. I went to the grocery store and got what I needed for my coffee.
Family, I'm inspired to let's start us a club, a organization to where when we have those situations, when you went and bought your coffee from the grocery store, how much would you have spent at Starbucks? If you would have spent $10 at Starbucks, but you didn't, and you went to the grocery store, at least 7 or 8 of those bucks you put in a pot to donate to building your nation.
Get you a coffee can.
Get you a coffee can. And not only coffee can, but anything you do. That's just like how if you usually go and buy your lunch somewhere out because you're out working, and if you're able, I'm not saying starve yourself, but if you're able to say, I don't want to go eat that food that's not so good for me because I need to eat, I'll save that money and I'll donate it to building our nation. And even if we don't reap the benefits from this, even if our children or our children's children reap the benefits of what we're building, that's how you build a nation. That's the key. Yes, you have to be able to pass something on to the next generation that grows, to be passed to the next generation that grows. Like Sister Jochebed said, this is perpetual now. It's out there on the ether. It's here. We will be doing this forever. There will never, ever be a time where the nation of Yahweh is not collecting collective funds to build our nation, to continue to build it and grow our nation and spread our nation of righteous people, taking care of righteous people. In our nation, there's nobody who falls through a crack. There's no cracks. We take care of all of that. We build it to where it's sound and seaworthy and airtight, to where there's no cracks for people. There's no homeless. There's no people who are starving or hungry in our nation. That's what we're trying to build perpetually forever.
And it's about having a plan.
Yes.
And I appreciate Yahweh ben Yahweh giving us the idea, because in his creation and in his creativity, he created this plan that we reside that we reside on. And so in honor of Yahweh and creating and planning it, we put together a strategy for us to actually put the best plan forward for us to move in unity. First phase is seeding some of our businesses so that we can meet our needs. I want to name
emphasis on our youth,
emphasis and having businesses that are here in the future, like the Kosher Beans, the name for the nation's coffee shop. That can be a cooperatively owned coffee shop.
Right.
That can be a co-op.
And a national chain of coffee shops in every city.
In every city.
Where people live.
Worker owned.
Worker owned. Work there, you own it.
It sounds like we issued a challenge.
But another one.
I just want to say that, family, we created the service industry. All of the amenities that are accessible in this country are a creation of our creativity and labor.
Praise Yahweh.
If you do just a small amount of research, you will find out that most of the restaurant industries, the hotel industry, any service, health and wellness service related industries, it is because of the slave trade. We created the service industry.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
so
we did.
when we talk about having amenities, we can afford ourselves as many amenities as we want once we create the wealth and the sustainability that's needed for us to keep ourselves active as people. We're meeting our own needs. Most of the country's businesses are in business because they started out meeting needs and they got so good at it that they say, well, we're going to create some needs for you. And so now we're into consumption. So we got to
Right.
switch the game, family.
Exactly.
We got to step our minds out of these manufactured needs that the world has given us. Yahweh Ben Yahweh said, come out of America. Pull your mindset from these systems, these things, these manufactured needs that we've been subscribing to.
We've been choosing them.
We've been choosing them. We can choose ye this day whom we
Well,
will
you
serve.
know, we don't bear the responsibility of the advertisement. They've been bombarded. We've been bombarded with advertisements for us to consume, buy. And that's just how it is. But we still have the choice.
We have a choice.
We don't have to be that child that sees a commercial about some fruit roll-ups and just got to have the fruit roll-ups because I saw a commercial about it.
You know, I met a
Didn't
young,
even know what it was before the commercial.
and it's amazing that you mentioned fruit roll-ups. I met a young brother
Yes, you did.
yesterday here locally in New Orleans, a Black entrepreneur who's making completely organic, all natural fruit roll-ups. Vegan, yes, with no preservatives, additives, poisons. I'm excited about that because I'm interested to find out who in our community are making products and services that are actually meeting needs. Now that's one of those treats.
Yes, and we all love them, and our children, we want something wholesome for our children. And I was speaking with the brother, and I was saying, you know, when my children were growing up, they didn't ask for candy, they asked to go to the Whole Food store because they know that's the only place they can get something, a treat from. So they didn't have a specific candy in mind. They just, let's go to the Whole Food store, you know. And so we have to create, brother saw a need for our children to have something that they can eat that won't kill them.
And it's adding to their health.
Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. Well, family, we have identified and have located that there is a conspiracy of a superior position, and that we have also been informed that Yahweh has chosen us to be a great nation. It's
Absolutely.
our choice. We choose this day that we're going to serve Yahweh, and we're going to work together collectively to create businesses, practices, standards, governance that are designed to meet our needs as a nation.
And we will make sure that we continue to fight this fight, because right now it's an Operation Word War. It's about the words that you believe. It is time to fight. It is time to kill. It is time to destroy that wicked mindset that inhabits ourselves, to where we believe that it's okay, I can eat it once, it'll be all right. You know, it's okay. I'm gonna go to the Starbucks this last time, then I'm gonna start pitching in my money to the pool. And you know, those are the things, the war that you're fighting, because understand, it's not about a personal gain situation. It's about a collective gain for not only us. Maybe we'll get to enjoy some of it, but it's our duty to build it for our children and our children's children. And that's more important than ourselves. Somebody got to make the sacrifice. Our people in the past have sacrificed and died for their sacrifice. But Yahweh is here now, and Yahweh is our protection. You don't have to worry about physical death. That's something you don't have to worry about. Yahweh will keep you alive as long as you serve his purpose. And long as and then when you're done serving his purpose here, he'll take you and put you wherever else he wants to put for you to serve his purpose. We talking about real eternal life. We ain't talking about this false narrative of, oh, you die because you leave the flesh. That's the false narrative of the devil, Satan, all that kind of stuff. We're not concerned with this. This is a perpetual thing throughout forever. You have people talking about climate change in the earth. The scriptures say that a generation come and a generation go, but the earth abideth forever. Don't get caught up in the Satan's lies that we destroying this and we. I remember in the 70s talking about destroying the ozone. I know these are long final thoughts. We have to collectively pool our resources and build our own nation. That's the choice. And the war in your mind is, do I put this money here or do I put this money there? Praise
Who
Yahweh.
do we serve? Yahweh.
Well, you put your money where you serve. If you serve Yahweh, your mouth say Yahweh, put your money where your mouth is.
Praise Yahweh.
And that does bring this to a conclusion. That was the final thoughts. And so I invite you all to stand and face the east with outstretched hands as we close out this episode of The Unfolding Light with a prayer to our Heavenly Father Yahweh. The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, Tefillah. Avenu Shabbat Shemayim, Yikadesh Shemeaka, Tavo Makuteaka, Yazeh Rezonka, Kim Bashemayim, Kim Ba'aretz, Et Lechem Kukenu, Tain Lanu Hayam, Uslat Lanu, All Katienu, Kimosha So King, Gamanatnu, Lakotiam Lanu, Veal Tevienu, Lade Nisayam, King Kal Senu, Minhara, Kilaka, Hamamlaha, Veha Gibera, Veha Tefieret, Leolame, Olamin Sila. We thank thee, O Yahweh, O living and eternal King, who has so mercifully restored our souls within us. So let everything that has breath praise Yahweh. And always remember, Yahweh loves you, Yahweh Ben Yahweh loves you, and so does the nation of Yahweh. Shabbat Shalom, family.
Thank you for joining The Unfolding Light, presented by the Nation of Yahweh. If you have any comments or questions, please email us at thenationofyahweh@gmail.com. Follow us online at theunfoldinglight.blogspot.com and on our Facebook page at The Nation of Yahweh. That's the Nation of YAHWEH. Also, do remember to pay Yahweh and yourself first and don't touch it, as instructed by the Honorable Yahweh Ben Yahweh. You can send your tithes, donations, and offerings to the Nation of Yahweh at P.O. Box 555115, Orlando, Florida 32855, and be blessed continually according to Malachi chapter 3 verse 10. Praise Yahweh, and please join us next Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next installment of The Unfolding Light. Shalom, shalom.
Cause my mind has been purified so much better. No more crying. Well, no more would I have to keep on lying. Cause it's smooth sailing. Oh yeah, in Yahweh. I wanna tell you something. No more worrying. No more worrying. Cause you see, this time I got a peace of mind. Cause it's smooth sailing, in Yahweh. Gotta tell you something. You see, it's a blessing to be living on the earth today in the time when the Son of God is here. It's a blessing to know that He is the Son of God. that he's here to rid the earth of all of this killing and stealing and all of this drugs and all these crazy things that's going on today. You know what I'm saying? No more a word about losing out the fight. Cause you see God, Yahweh is here now. And there is no doubt that it's smooth sailing. Oh yeah. In Yahweh. Wanna tell you something. This time I'm gonna live a good life. And all I got to do is keep on being nice. No longer can people treat me cold as ice. Cause my whole life depends on keeping God at night. No more will I be a hell's child. Cause you see God, Yahweh is gonna be here for a long, 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 long while. Smooth sailing in Yahweh. One more thing to tell. No longer can the people put me down. Cause the glory of Yahweh has put my feet way up off the ground. Smooth, smooth, smooth sailing. Oh yeah, in Yahweh. Once again, I'd like to testify to you that Yahweh really is God. And that it's a blessing to be here in the time when you get to see God put the devil down on his knees. I remember all the prophets wanted to be here at this time because they knew it was going to be a great, great, wonderful day. I want to tell you that it's smooth sailing, well, in Yahweh. Well, I want to testify to the whole wide world that I sure enough love Yahweh. Well, all right, I want to tell you that it's smooth sailing early in the morning, late in the evening, to the midnight hour. Smooth sailing, oh yeah, in Yahweh. I want to tell you that it's smooth.